Chaos exploded on the streets of Stevenage when flag-waving patriots came under vicious attack during a peaceful demonstration, live on GB News coverage. What started as patriotic flag-raising turned into absolute carnage as cowards hurled petrol bombs at British citizens celebrating their national symbols. The brutal assault left one man hospitalised with severe head injuries, while sparking fierce political warfare between Conservative councillor Simon Morrell and Reform UK's Zia Youssef over nationwide flag controversies. Then came the stunning moment that exposed the deep divisions tearing Britain apart over its own national identity. Watch the clip. Before this, I want to say a big thank you to all our supporters who helped us reach our very first 1,000 subscribers. That achievement truly means a lot and inspires us to keep giving you our best. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. Most people who watch our videos aren't actually subscribed. We know life gets busy, but subscribing is completely free and it really helps us grow. Our next goal is 3,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can get there even faster. You can also support the channel by checking out the links in the description, where you'll find some valuable books. They cost you no extra, but each purchase gives us a small commission that helps us improve our content. Thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Watch the moment a man raising the St George's flag was set upon with a petrol bomb in Stevenage.
Move the car, bro. Put your flags up, got petrol bomb.
Come on, let's go.
Just finished a night, 3 hours of flagging, and our boy has just been petrol bombed. Petrol bomb thrown at the car, smashed straight onto his head. Absolute scumbags. Absolute scumbags.
As part of the Raising the Colours movement, a group of men had been out for 3 hours when a car allegedly pulled up and hurled a flammable object at the head of one of the men. This sock, doused in alcohol, appears to be the weapon used. Police were called to the scene.
Police are here.
Is your hand cut as well? Or is that, oh, it's tissue back there. I thought you had lumps of flesh hanging off your hand.
Yeah.
Why are people such cowards using weapons?
Cowards. Terrorists, mate. What do you think about this, mate?
No comment.
No comment. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Huh?
We're impartial.
Impartial? He's just been petrol bombed.
Yeah, well, we're just here to deal with whatever's in front of us, right?
Hertfordshire Police confirmed they'd been called to reports a man had been assaulted in Fairlands Way at 12:09 a.m. on Saturday, and that he had been taken to Lister Hospital in Stevenage for treatment. Chief Inspector Sarah Gilbertson said, "It appears the victim was struck by a glass bottle containing a lit rag and sustained a cut to his head. I know this incident will concern people living locally, but I would like to reassure the community that this was a contained incident." Our investigation continues, and anyone with information is asked to get in touch with police. Britain has been gripped with flag fever since a Birmingham council caused outrage by ordering the removal of the St George's Cross from lampposts. Social media has been filled with scenes of patriotic Brits decorating their areas with the flag in defiance. Britain has been gripped with flag fever since a Birmingham council caused outrage by ordering the removal of the St George's Cross.
City Council, which has had a Labour majority administration since 2023, well, it's now promised to keep up the vast majority of flags, but it's taken some down from near an event. Confused? Well, let's try and make sense of it. I'm joined now by the Simon Morrell, the Conservative councillor for Frankly Great Park Ward in Birmingham. Simon, welcome to the show. So, of course, this nonsense started in Birmingham. You came on before and pointed out the fact that the area just simply seems to have a huge issue with the Union flag, and now this nonsense has spread nationwide.
Thanks, Martin. It's great to be back. I wouldn't say it's the area. I think here in South Birmingham, we're incredibly proud. And actually, I think we've started not just a national movement, but if you come around here now, almost every flagpole is lit up. And I was quite delighted to see Professor Matt Goodwin actually share Edgewood Road just round the corner from my mum's. To see that go global is quite proud. And I don't think I've been this proud since, 3 years ago, when we gathered up the beacon at Lickey Hills to do a vigil for Queen Elizabeth II. So in South Birmingham, we're incredibly proud. I think it's just people in the inner cities, in particular the Labour Council, that seem to not like the Union flag.
Why not? What's that problem with the flag? I want to try and get to the bottom of this. We discuss it all the time. What secret shame is there, or even now public shame, that the left have in the Union flag and the St George's flag?
Well, I just think that some people from the Labour movement on the left, I don't think they understand the significance of the Union flag, and I think a lot of them often resort to projection. We've got a local community group on Facebook for the Rednall community group, and even yesterday there was a bunch of left-wingers in the community using false aliases, anonymous aliases, to basically slag off white working class communities across B45, not realising that what you're doing there is projection. You're being prejudiced to an entire community of people just for celebrating a flag. And what I would say to these people, actually, Martin, is I mentioned about VJ Day and how we should use that as an amnesty to celebrate the end of the Second World War. I went to a VJ Day event on Friday, and there was a mixed race lad at the back who looked quite timid and worried to be there. And I wasn't having any of that. So I went straight over and shook his hand and made him feel inclusive. There were veterans there. One wife of a veteran made him feel really great. And after the 2-minute silence, all the veterans were talking to him. And I went up to him at the end of the show and I shook his hand, and he gave me that non-verbal communication look in the eye to say thank you for making him feel inclusive. And on the drive home, Martin, I felt really sorry. I felt really bad, actually, because that shouldn't have to happen. People of all sorts of ethnic backgrounds should not feel intimidated to celebrate our Union flag. And the reason that is happening isn't because of some far right. Yes, there are some knuckle draggers out there, where no one's disputing that. But I think the reason, actually, is because the left in this country have consistently pushed a narrative that flag is not for everybody. And I think it's about time we reclaim that narrative and say, no, it is everybody's flag.
And Reform UK Zia Youssef says council's rapid response to remove vestiges of the flag just stands in contrast to usually poor levels of maintenance.
Shortly after Reform won so many council seats on May the 1st, Michelle, a lot of our councils passed motions, in fact I think almost all of them did, to say that the only flags that would be permitted to fly on council premises would be, these were English councils, so the St George flag, the Union flag, the council's flags and the flags of our armed forces and royal family. I think that's a great thing. I don't think political activism should be happening on council premises. And then with regards to these flags, and our councils have already very publicly said they would not be taking down, they would not be using taxpayer money to take the flags down. We should be proud of our flags. And